you guys. This is Kicking It with Blair, and today we're going to discuss the double standards that men and women face. I really wanted to go with the red table vibes, but we're still in the middle of a pandemic, so we just going to vibe out on Zoom. First, I'm going to let my guests introduce themselves. I guess we can start with Kamryn.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kamryn, and if you guys want to follow me on IG, it's lovely, Lovely _ Kamryn, KAMRYN. Yeah.
Aiss. Hello, everyone. I'm Aiss. You can follow me on IG. It's InfiniteAX14.
Quentin.
Hey, how are you guys doing? My name is Quentin. You can follow me at QDinero4Os.
And Domo.
Domo. You can follow me on IG at NWCDB_.
All right. Okay. So, man, she has a heart like a guy. What does that mean to you?
Like, I never heard that.
She's cold-hearted, I guess. I've never heard that either. But
y'all never heard that statement?
Like, what does that mean?
She has a heart like a guy.
A heart like a guy.
Yeah. Like she acts like a guy within relationships. Y'all never heard that.
I mean, I was when I never heard that before, but the fact that you say that now, even hearing that, it makes me just think of kind of, I think somebody just said it, kind of cold-hearted a little bit. I mean, just the stigma of men just kind of has that cold-hearted aura to it, that nonchalant, that I got a couple extras, you know. So when I hear that statement, it kind of gives me player vibes, like.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree, definitely.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like, I don't know. It kind of sounds like her heart's not like too attached, I guess.
And do you feel like that's how men are?
No, I feel like it depends on the man. I feel like every person's different. Like, I feel like some guys can be, you know, so in love, and then others, they couldn't care less. I feel like it just depends on the person.
True. Okay, so how about this one? I heard this on a podcast, and I thought this was interesting. Do you think it's okay? This is for my ladies. Do you think it's okay for women to tell their friends to have sex with someone they've had sex with already?
That's weird.
No, I
don't. What'd you say?
That's a good question, though.
I saw this on the podcast.
Okay.
Like, if you thought the sex was good, are you telling your girl, like, girl, have sex with him? Like,
but me personally, hell no. I know a lot of women out there. They do that. Which, I mean, I would love to know why. But if you know that me and that person had a connection and stuff like that, and we doing whatever the hell we doing or whatever, and I'm just telling you to go ahead and do, that's weird. Like, no.
What if it was just strictly that? Like, nothing more, nothing less?
That's what they were saying, yeah.
Oh, like, that person was just strictly that, and then I let my friend go ahead and do it, or are you talking about just a friend?
Just that dude. Like, what if you guys were strictly on that basis of just nothing, you know, just strictly sex, you know, nothing more. You guys didn't want to take it to that next level, you know, and your friend says, you know, hey, I'm interested in this person because, you know, they might see them attractive, you know, woo, you know, things happen, you know. How would you feel about that? And she asked you that question.
I mean, are we talking about like emotional connection or just like sexual?
Just sexual, no emotions, you know.
I feel like I feel like at that point you might as well just go have sex with your friend, because I feel like that's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I know, like, I'm not gonna say that all men do that, but you know, sometimes the world might get around, and you know, somebody might know about, you know, that next person, and you know, they hate. Yo, go ahead, you know, because for a dude, they don't really care sometimes about that if they're not, I would say, you know, still on that. But if, you know, if they're not on it no more, they're, free game, you know, go ahead.
I was gonna ask that, do you think it's okay? Do guys do that? Do they like, hey, sex was good, you should go have sex with her?
I would say it depends on that relationship, you know. Some dudes, you know, it's you know, they definitely good, man, it was amazing, and then they'll tell you. But you know, it all definitely depends on that relationship, you know. If you guys took it to that next step, or if you guys were just having fun. But then I know that some dudes will do that, but then they'll also just keep it there unless they might feel different and then, you know, they catch feelings. But I know a situation that one of my boys told me about, and he had a friend and, you know, they had this situation. I'm asking him, like, you know, why aren't you taking it to the next step? And he's like, you know, my man hit the jump, you know, and I'm just like, in my head, you feeling her, you know, you might as well, you know, if that's what you want. You know, I don't know. It's a sticky situation in some instances.
At that point, I would even just don't even do with it. Because there's so many women out there. What's the point of you backtracking with your friend's girl, person that he just had sex with? There's no point. There's no point. Because next thing,
what if it was years later?
But what happened if it was like years later and that person and them don't talk and I don't talk with that person? Maybe. I don't know. But me personally, it's too many people out here in the world for you to date another like a person that you knew. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Just leave.
So the next question. Why is it okay for guys to have sex on the first date, but it's not okay for girls to have sex on the first date? We all quiet.
That's a good question.
Okay. I'm gonna chime in, and I know my man Q gonna back me on it, but I'm gonna say I think we're a little bit more responsible.
You said what?
I think we're a little bit more responsible. And in that scenario, I think that for a man, there's just a little bit more conscious when it comes to kind of how to operate when the one night stands come about. And I mean, after the fact. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into it now. So you have a one night stand, guy has a one night stand. More times than not. Now, I'm not saying that there's not times where the man will act as the woman I'm about to describe, but most times than not, you know, the woman kind of tries to prolong and make it something maybe that it wasn't. With that action being taking place. Because if you're having sex on the first night, I mean, you can't really say this is just connection we had. I mean, it was just, like, it's just certain principles, you know what I'm saying? That I know I was brought up on, you know, it's just certain principles. If you really like her, or if you really, really, really feeling her, come on, bro. You're not even thinking off of that the first night. So I think it's just the thought of who she may be to that person or to that man at the time. And yeah, man, I mean, women, they kind of take it to the extreme sometimes when it comes to sex. I mean, you have sex with somebody, now all of a sudden we
boyfriend and girlfriend.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think that men handle that situation more. When I say more responsible, we just handle that situation a little bit better than a woman may. So I think that's why it became more accepted for a man to do it personally.
Okay. Wouldn't say handle the situation.
You know. You said you wouldn't say handle?
Look, I'm just saying, I feel like men can be heartless sometimes. Look, it never happened to me, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, some men can be very heartless. I'm just saying, you know, men can be very heartless and they could just, you know, I understand that you guys can, you know, control the situation a little bit better, you know, kudos to you. But if I feel as though that just don't F the chick if you're not going to keep on talking to the chick, because there's a lot of men that will do it and then will just dip the next day. And it makes women feel like, well, damn, you just took me out on a date. And then, you know, we did open up to you. We did open up our bodies to you. And then, yeah. But like you said, some men, you know, if they feel like they want to pursue the person, cool. That's all right. But I feel like some women, we can't control our emotions. And even if it's the first date and we decide to do that on a first date, some of us actually really may not be looking for, you know, the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Or if they feel as though that person wasn't, you know, good, but they wanted to still, you know, F them, then they could do that. You know what I'm saying? But not all women are crazy, okay? We can control our emotions.
I would go ahead and say, like, I mean, I agree with Domo. Like, you know, it all depends on, once again, the situation. But still, at this point, you know, how does it, you know, for it to get to all the way from, say, you guys go out, you know, then one thing leads into another, you know, and it could have just been a good night, you know. But like Damo said, you might automatically think, you know, this is the one, woo woo woo, and you know, drinks could have been involved, you know, so obviously your mind is not all the way there, you know, so a lot goes on. So I would say maybe the conversation would have to be after the fact, like, yo, you know, last night was either, you know, amazing or whatever the case may be, but you know, what are we doing? Is this going to be, you know, just a link up, or you know, set them boundaries so that you know, you're not hurting yourself and that you're not, you know, getting your feelings hurt, you know. And I've also heard some people say that they rather do it first so they could see if it is something that, you know, is for their worth. And I've heard, you know, females say that too as well. So, you know, it's not necessarily not always bad, but it just depends on the scenario.
Okay, so that leads me into my next question for the guys. If a woman does have sex with you on the first night, are you looking at her like, she a hoe? Or
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good question.
Nah, I mean, I would say no. I mean, because it's at the end of the day, you know, you're expressing yourself, and at the end of the day, it takes two people to tango. It's not only one person. So I don't like to use that word, because I feel as though if we were really being like honest, you know, the numbers don't add up when it comes to, normally when it comes to, as far as, you know, male bodies to females. So, you know, how could we call somebody that's, you know, a hoe, and normally 9 times out of 10 that person might have more bodies than you. I mean, you have more bodies than them.
Right.
Yeah.
So the, you know, the word that you know, people say, oh, she's a hoe, could just be, you know, jealousy, or you know, maybe they tried to talk to her and he couldn't get the number, so now he see that one, so now he just want to, oh yeah, start shaming.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to word this. If a woman has a lot of body counts, that don't matter to you, basically.
No, I mean, because I look at it like this. You could listen to me though. Think of it like this. If you meet your wife, say you met in college, you know, you don't know what she did in high school. You don't know if she was ran through in high school. Or say you just meet her and you're in your 30s. You don't know her whole past at all. You know, so at one point you have to get, you know, over that, and you really can't really tell, because if you're not dating somebody that you grew up with, you're never even going to know if they're being honest with you in the first place.
I agree. Anybody has
First
anything?
question though, I'm gonna tie in on the first question, and that leads me to my second answer. So the first question being, if you have sex on the first date, you know, how is that going to affect me in terms of what I may be looking at this person for? It does matter. If I have sex with you on the first night, 9 times out of 10, I'm personally not thinking of you to be some magical my Juliet, right? Like that is not in my mind. But at the same time, depending on your performance, right, we may have to put you in the pocket, right? Let's be honest. But I'm gonna go into the next segment though. The next question again is just the body question. Again, that may elevate her performance for you. How are you gonna come at a lady and say you got 30 bodies and be upset? Kind of what Q said, it's her past. We all have a past. We all have decisions that we've made. But if we come to now, listen, if she got 30 bodies and we don't have sex on the first night, that says something. If you got 30 bodies and we have sex on the first night, then I know you probably looking for 32 next week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of how that play. But I mean, if you got a lot of bodies, in my mind, I don't think about that's too much of a bad thing. That just means that your performance for me is going to be up there.
And also, I would like to say, like, a one night stand could not also mean it could be the first date too as well. It could be, you know, the third or fourth, right? Or is that only just means that it could be the first night?
I think the one night stand, I would say a one night stand is
The first night.
the first time
The first night, yeah.
go. Yeah, it's
Okay.
the first time like
First time
you know
link
what I
up.
mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
First
okay.
time link up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a little different. I had my head locked in on
Yeah.
the one night stand as far as like just going out and then but I changed my answer a little bit, just a tad, but then it just comes off about how everything happens, because it just like I said, it takes two to tango. So it's like obviously the dude wants to, and obviously she wanted to, so it was just she opened up and felt, maybe as far as that it could be something, or it was just maybe that for that night being.
Okay. And I don't want to leave my ladies hanging. So does it bother you if a man has have had a lot of bodies? Or for those viewers that don't know what bodies is a lot of sex partners or partners you've had sex with. So does that bother you guys?
No, I feel like we're grown. Like we are all at an age where we shouldn't care at all. And even if you're at like, yeah, we all at an age where we shouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna grow and grow and grow. So at this point, nobody should know what it is. People shouldn't even ask. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the body situation, ladies, if you guys still
wait, why are we getting faces to that?
You mean why we shouldn't ask? What you talking about?
Y'all. So hold on. Wait a minute. Y'all really about to ask people what's their body count? Y'all really gonna do that?
I mean, but if he do ask, you gonna say you can't tell him?
I'm not gonna tell you.
If we locking in our time, if we gonna say we gonna go out and we gonna get to know each other, and that's one of the questions I want to know. I mean, I might need to know that. Because at the end of the day, it goes to the first questions you asked. And this is kind of how fucked up the world be. You may have a one night stand with somebody, or you may get in a situation, you ask them how many bodies they got, they say, oh, I have this, this, and this. They might have had sex with one of your friends. Don't you want to know that? You know what I'm saying? You want to consciously have that in your mind that, okay, she might have, or, he might have, and then you kind of have that in your head moving forward. But if you don't know and we can't even ask, then shit.
But wait, are you asking how many bodies or who did she have sex with?
I was about to say, now those two different things now. That's a big old conversation.
That ties. If I'm asking you how many bodies you got and you know my clit, stop playing. You gonna have to let me know something. If I'm hanging out with you, you know I'm hanging out with
but
you.
This is the biggest thing. People lie. People lie. So
that's fact. That's true.
The man might not tell you, and the woman might not even tell you the honest answer with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no purpose of people asking for body counts and stuff like that, because a whole dude can have like 50 body counts, because we all know that men, they're very sexual. So they will have like 50 body counts, but whole T, they tell you that, but it's probably more than that. Or they'll say, yeah, I have 10, but whole T, it's probably more than 10. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want us to look at them dirty and stuff like that.
Vice versa.
Or for some women. Yep. And for some women, because, us women, since, our standards are just so high. We're supposed to keep ourselves poised and all calm, collected. We're supposed to this and that. So us having really high body counts, men will look at us like, oh, this bitch been around. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't think, why should we even care about body counts? You're with me, I'm with you. All right, cool. We understand our boundaries. We know that we're not going to go across it, and those was the past. So why are you worrying about if we're the present and future? I'm just saying.
I like that perspective right there.
I like
that.
Although I do think times are changing, I do think girls don't care no more, about what people think as far as how many people they have to have sex with or not, honestly. But we do have some women out there that still got standards and whatnot. So power to y'all. But
salute.
We're gonna go ahead and get into the next question. So this is in relationships. So I watched the video and it was interesting. I'm gonna ask the question first. Is there a difference when a woman cheats versus when a man cheats in a relationship? Because I saw some interesting comments about that. So
I would go ahead. Yeah. It is. Yeah, it is.
Why?
That's women very sticky.
I'll break
Oh,
it down to when you guys talk about the one night stands.
Mm.
You already said, Cam said personally she didn't, and it goes down to that. Um, just the responsibility part about it. No, it is not responsible to do something of that sort, but for a woman to do so, they have to like that man. 9 times out of 10, it's not a female that's just gonna go out and then, oh my God, woo woo, and then just boom, and it happens. 9 times out of 10, they know who this guy is, and they already have, feelings for them or already have previous relations. A dude, he could go, boom, woo woo, and then, it happens, and not even think about it the next day, or even know, that woman's name. But I think as far as for a woman, she just some has to have a little bit, more, head, a little head on the shoulders.
Okay. Do you guys agree, ladies?
Mm. Well, back to the first question. I personally think us women are sneaky, and I don't like how men cheat, but they won't let us women cheat. I don't get it. That might be random, but I don't get it.
I think that honestly, as men, and this is really throughout. I mean, we don't really have the tolerance that we think we have. I mean, we get it. We can say we straight, or we can handle whatever, but until you really get in a situation and a girl really do that to you, you don't really, the feeling of that is different. It's just a different feeling. When your prize and your joy is out here really like getting dogged out, right? But you love her though. So it's like she coming back to you, like, maybe even being honest and saying, I messed up, but it's just like, damn, am I ever even gonna think about you the same? It's hard, man. It's hard, but it is a double standard. I mean, I can openly say that
It is a double
it's a
standard.
double standard. But
Yeah.
to this point, man, women are sneaky. It's almost like they getting more on some players than we are. I mean, it's getting crazy out here, like,
I don't condone cheating and whatnot, but I feel like some women, I never cheated, okay? But I'm saying I feel like some women, yes, we can be very, very sneaky, because I feel like men are very sensitive. They can't, yes, us women, we are sensitive, but we can take it more than men, okay? Because a lot of women been cheated on, okay, several times, you know what I'm saying? But we're strong for some reason, I don't know why, but we are strong enough to be like, okay, well, I can put that in the past, you know what I'm saying, and just look at the, what can we do to work on it, instead of men. Oh, let us do one little thing, talk to the dude, or go out for a lunch, because that could have been our friend or some shit. But shit, oh my God, I'm about to have a heart attack, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys will be crazy and will just leave us, you know what I'm saying? But that's all right, because I guess you guys have high standards, but that's what we have high standards too. But I don't understand why you guys just can't handle it. I just don't understand it. Mm-mm.
Well, in a sense, I don't think anybody should handle it, because cheating is wrong, whether it comes from a woman or a man. Both parties is wrong. But I get what Kamryn is saying. She's, you guys both touched on it. Like, men can't handle it at all. You guys don't know how to handle that situation. You do too much, But
What if
women,
it's the female that's pursuing you though, in a situation where you really can't get out of that?
I think you had a choice.
Yeah.
We all got choices. Now, what if it was a man pursuing her and she really didn't have a,
Everyone has a choice. Yeah. You choose.
I mean, yes and no. Sometimes I would say, like, some females do come off as, aggressive, and it's not saying that, say it didn't even get to sex, but you stopped it. But, some females do come off very aggressive.
Okay.
Okay.
And I would say I would use that as far as, like, I would say maybe a younger male, older female, that way. So, she know what she's doing.
Okay. And you guys mentioned that sometimes when guys cheat, it could be with somebody they don't even care about at all. But if you really cared about your partner, you wouldn't have did that. So, why do men say that, I think our ladies, the viewers out there, we want to hear that.
That's actually a great point. Okay. Like I think sometimes men look for certain things for moments that they know their lady or partner may not bring. And so if you see somebody, and this kind of goes to all the questions that you've asked. I love how this all correlates. If you know of somebody's sexual, performance, if you heard from your man like, yo, she just like go crazy, and you know that your lady don't really bring that, she not bringing the heat for real. You know what I'm saying? Do you say to yourself, I care about her so much, I'm just gonna sacrifice, or do you just go ahead and get that level 5?
So why don't you just leave?
No.
Why don't you leave your lady?
Yeah, break up with her.
Be single.
It
Go
ain't-
get
it ain't
that
even
what you
about
missing.
leaving her though.
What?
How we gotta leave? How do I gotta leave you?
Cause you want to go mess with somebody else. Break up with her. Why you messing with somebody else while you with somebody else?
Experience.
Me personally, if you know that girl is your one and only, you know what I'm saying, and you don't want to break her heart because doing stuff like that will break her heart, why don't you communicate to her? This is where communication always ends up messed up when it comes to relationship. Yes.
Tell her bring that heat.
Hello. That's what I'm saying. And it's okay to talk about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of couples that are afraid to talk about intimate stuff. And it's sad. And that's why your things just don't become what you want it to be because you guys don't communicate and talk. Oh, well, maybe we should try this, or maybe we should try that. Y'all don't know what it is because y'all don't want to try it and explore it because y'all not talking.
What if it's not we don't want to? What if we don't know how? What if I don't want to make you feel insecure about how you perform, in the bed? And that might be something that you feel that you do a great job at, but it's just for me, it's just like, you doing it all, but for me, it's it's okay, but I don't want to hurt your feelings. How do you go about that?
I mean, I feel like you should still communicate with her, Like you shouldn't worry about hurting her feelings. As long as you're communicating properly, just she should be able to accept that.
Yeah, like especially if y'all are married and y'all gonna be with each other, y'all have to, and you should be able to be with a person that is open to hear and to have discussions like that. You know what I'm saying? If that person is not open to have discussions because that's how you grow in your relationship, then you shouldn't be with that person then.
Period.
Because that means that person is not good at communicating or listening or understanding.
I think it's okay to teach your partner to do what you like. I get what you're saying though, Quentin. Sometimes it's like, how do I go about telling my partner this? But just do it nicely.
Okay, so then let's reverse the question then. How would you all go about telling your partner that it's not it's a lot of ways y'all could go about the question. Is it? Go ahead.
I think my approach would be like, babe, I think you should try this or do it like that, And then after they try it, if you like it or whatever, give them that reassurance. Like, I'm not even gonna go into how I will respond, but just give them that reassurance. Like but I don't know. I would talk to them about it.
I'd be like, hey, babe, I feel like we really should spice something up in the bedroom. Like I was looking something up and I bought some things and I just feel like all of these stuff, do something. And if that girl, like she and he, they should be understanding and just be like, all right, instead of getting all sensitive and emotional. They shouldn't be doing that. They should be open.
Right.
But more of it also, you guys are saying that you can love your partner, still want to be with them, but want to go do some other things outside.
No. That was just answering the question. I'm not saying that that is what is done.
Any of these actions.
Yeah, I don't condone it. No, I don't condone cheating. No.
Okay.
But
conversation because these are real
just for what the conversation was, for a female to I would say just go out and make a rational decision like that. It's not common. Most of the times they know who that person is. As far as for a male, they could just go out to a party, say they dancing, and then, you know, one thing leads into another. Now they doing that, you know, then after that, it's over. But
Facts.
just for that, you know, I don't condone that. No.
All right. So the final question, guys. Do you guys believe with so much time, our generation, do you believe that double standards are a big thing still present? Is it still a big thing now?
Yeah.
Very big. I would say they're at their all-time high, especially with social media too.
Why
Oh
you say
yeah.
that?
I agree. I agree. I
Just
think
like
that,
I would say, you know, if you see something on social media, some people like to tend to, you know, base their relationship off social media. Hey, I saw this person do this, I saw him do that, babe, you know, what are we doing? And then now you just like, you know, you're in it for different reasons than what you originally started it for. So, you know, social media sometimes can play a role on that.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Anybody else? Oh, that was it?
definitely. I mean,
Disagree?
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
think the
yeah, I
media
feel
kind
like.
of.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you got
Go
it.
ahead. I'm sorry. I can't hear. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I would say I think that I agree with that, Q. I think that we're in a time where it's at an all-time high, but I think that right now it's changing on us, man. I think that as men, we got to realize that the ball is starting to be more in the ladies' court. They,
Mm-hmm.
they they have adapted. They have adapted the game, um, the mindset, the cold-hearted vibe. I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, there was a point in time where it was really on some like, you know, Usher, Chris Brown. Like it was like, yo, the man, you know, and the woman is just this person that you're supposed to. But now it's really like, nah, like you better step it up, or I'm gonna go get to the next dude. Like that's the energy now. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I do agree. It is at an all-time high, but I mean, maybe for the good. I mean, men had it the upper hand, you know, per se for a minute. You know what I mean? So I mean, maybe this balances us a little bit, you know. But I mean, it's always gonna be double standards in life. No matter what the scenario is, especially between men and women, because we just have different perspectives. We have a whole different thought process when we do things, how our body functions. I mean, it's completely different. So it's always gonna be that. But I think, like, I mean, honestly, I think the women got us right now, and they with Instagram and it's different, bro. They like
Yes,
they players out here for real.
definitely. The ball is is in their court. And I feel like,
It just
it might have been there a little bit earlier if they would have realized that, you know, that the men have, I mean, you know, women have what, you know, every man needs, you know. So if it's like, if they're not out here doing everything, and it's just not, if it's not so many women out here hoeing, you know, whatever that, you know, that name is or whatever, then, you know, men treat women a different way, you know, because they know that they gotta come crazy. They gotta, you know, bring flowers. And I feel like that's how it was back in the day, you know. And then now it's just as far as, you know, it's a quick link up and, you know, boom, boom, boom. So it's just it's a different time.
I agree.
Probably think it's a different. I think it's a different time because now maybe women, no, not maybe, us women, we're just sick of the men shit, you know, and we're tired of always have to wait, or we're tired of have to, you know, just be on their time. So now we're just like, nah, now y'all are on our time, because we are realizing that we are the ones that they want. You know what I'm saying? And it's never, yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. We are the
Yeah,
ones that
definitely.
y'all want. We are the ones that y'all supposed to impress us and stuff like that. So it's not us sitting here. If you're wasting our time, we gonna be like, all right, bet, cool, bye. You know. So I like this change for real.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like people are starting to realize that there are like double standards, and I feel like people are changing a bit, but I feel like certain things just take time. So with certain double standards, you know, it'll change really quick, but others, it just won't change for a while.
I agree with that too.
Yep.
Well, guys, does anybody have any final words?
Oh, I'm sorry, another double standard. Why can y'all not shave, but we have to shave?
Oh, that was a good one.
I
Oh, that was a good one.
I like
That
that
was a
one.
good one.
I like that one.
Yo,
The thing is, I would say for me personally, I do shave, because I'm big on just being clean, and if you some females will be okay with that, but I say just get a courtesy to go ahead, because you don't never know what she likes, and just for for yourself.
I think it's all off with who you dealing with. I think that certain women don't mind. I remember growing up just learning and asking, like, do you prefer a shave? Do you prefer it? And some women say, no, I actually like some hair there. I want to see that you a little bit more developed. Real talk. And then as well, I mean, we all grown here, so sometimes let's just get into the details. Sometimes when a man shaves, he may not know what he really doing. He just trying to get the hair down a little bit, and it may get a little spiky. So when you get into a real situation and you really doing your due, it may not be as comfortable to the lady than it may be on the other end. So I think that also has something to do with it as well. But I do agree with you. It is a double standard for sure.
That's a good one, Aiss.
That's why I go and get a wax.
Right. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little Nick for that. Like, I'm gonna need to have a whole.
I heard guys can get waxes too.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you can, but I don't know.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Might need my mama in here with me. I need somebody. I gotta hold their hand and just go through the process.
They'll talk you through it. But okay, I really appreciate you guys, and I wanted to thank you guys for
thank you
coming out and sharing your different perspectives. I enjoyed it, and I'm sure the viewers will as well. So thank you guys. That was Kicking It with Blair. We signing out. Remember to subscribe, comment, and like, because not only do Blair truly care, Blair truly shares. Toodles.